From an end dimension with no endstone, 74 cows spawning in a single chunk, the largest mushroom island in existence and spawning thousands of blocks away from 0-0 in a new world, to unbeatable seeds which are impossible to play on, going to the end in under 20 seconds, the deepest village in the game, and 1 in 337 quadrillion rarity glitch seeds, of which only one exists in all of Minecraft. It's safe to say there are a variety of extremely unique and one-of-a-kind Minecraft seeds with special features that are so rare they won't ever be found again. Let's begin. When you create a new Minecraft world, you will always spawn around the coordinates 0-0, but often never directly at 0-0. That's because there is a 21 by 21 block radius at which you can spawn around the world's origin in the single player world. The world's origin is its spawn point. For example, this world's origin is -24, 70, -42, and every time you die and respawn, as long as you haven't changed your spawn point, you will spawn within a 21 block radius around it. However, if I create a new world with this seed here, look at the coordinates we first spawn at. That's right, we are thousands of blocks away from 0-0. It's exceedingly rare to spawn this far away from 0-0. In fact, the odds of such a seed are about 1 in 2.55 trillion. And this only happened because on this unique seed, 0-0 was right in a large ocean, with the only biomes nearby being large mushroom islands. The way the game checks for spawn locations means extreme climates such as oceans and rivers are deemed invalid locations, as the game does not want to spawn players in the water, but on a grass block. However, in the game's eyes, since the same climate is responsible for generating mushroom islands, it thinks a location much further away from 0-0 is better than a mushroom island. So if the ocean and mushroom biomes are large enough around 0-0 and the right conditions are met, the game will continue to search further and further out for a spawn location. However, if we go back to 1.12.2, where it's possible to find even further spawns from the origin using this seed right here, and look how far away we have spawned from 0-0. This seed right here contains the furthest current known spawn from 0-0. The reason this seed is so far away is because back in 1.12 and earlier Minecraft versions, player spawning functioned differently. The game would first look for a grass block to spawn a player on between -256 and 256, and if there wasn't one, it jumps between -63 and 63 blocks in the X and Z directions and tries again. Basically, it keeps jumping in a zigzag formation until it can find a location where it can spawn the player. On this seed here, the ocean which the origin is in has a bunch of sand islands, and as such, the game tried 635 times to find a valid spawn location before finally ending up at one. The red dot on this graph is where it first checked, and the white dot is where it ended. Now, spawning super far away from 0-0 is certainly cool, but another one-of-a-kind seed, in fact it's a seed with a rarity of 1 in 25 quintillion, was found because of a similar principle. Using this seed here in Minecraft 1.12.2, let's load up a world and you'll see we once again have spawned quite far away from 0-0 on a small plains island in an ocean. However, what's even crazier is that because we are so far away from 0-0, we have spawned right above a stronghold. The odds of this happening is 1 in 4 million, but in an even more absurd twist, the stronghold's portal has 12 eyes in it and is already lit. The chance of finding an end portal with all 12 eyes is already exceedingly rare at 1 in 1 trillion, by the way. So not only spawning this close to a stronghold, but also the portal being fully lit makes this seed almost one of a kind. This seed right here is the seed in which you can enter the end the quickest in, being able to enter it mere seconds after loading the world. Or rather was the quickest until this other 1.12.2 seed was found where you can enter it quicker. I guess it's more of a two-of-a-kind seed then. And speaking of the end, well, imagine using that seed to enter the end at record pace only to find yourself in this. That's right, there currently exist 19 known seeds where the end's main island has absolutely zero endstone. You better have brought a lot of blocks because beating the dragon will be a massive challenge. Interestingly though, such seeds seeds have existed since the end was first added back in Minecraft 1.0.0, and occurs because specific world seeds will just pick 0 for the number of blocks to make the main end island out of. Even though there is currently an unresolved bug report about this behavior, technically it's a feature, but it's unlikely to be intended. Anyways, you can see that the Ender Dragon behaves a bit weirdly on this seed, but can still mostly fly around as normal. And bad news, killing the dragon won't let you escape the end either, as the end portal's bedrock frame partially tried to generate below Y level 0, where blocks cannot be placed, meaning there is no area for the portal to light. Interestingly, Andrew and Matt, who found the seeds, also found end islands with 1 endstone, 2 endstone, 3 endstone, 6 endstone, 10 endstone, and more. It's a very cool collection of unique seeds. Staying on the topic of the end, another unique end seed exists. A common object you'll see generate in the end are these floating pillars. In general, these only tend to be roughly 4 to 8 blocks tall. However, in Minecraft 1.16.1, if you use this seed and go to these coordinates, you will encounter 4 of these end pillars, all connected and stacked upon one another like so. What you are looking at right now is the current tallest endstone pillar in Minecraft, sitting at 26 blocks tall. Pretty cool. The code and information surrounding how this seed was discovered can be found in this link here. We've talked a lot about the end and its quirky, unusual seeds, but what about if you, well, just couldn't go to the end in the first place? As it turns out, if we go back to Minecraft 1.8.9, there exist a handful of seeds where you simply cannot beat the game, and the chance of such seeds generating is around 1 in 42 billion. Now, seeds are cool and all, but you know what's even better? Well, downloads to the various worlds and experiments I've done in the past, available on my new Patreon. If you want to support my channel to continue making videos consistently, as I have for 4 years now, please consider subscribing to my Patreon here. There's lots of cool perks you can get that I've never made publicly available before. Oh, and be sure to subscribe to my channel, so maybe we can hit 1 million subscribers one day before I die of old age. No pressure. Anyways, in Minecraft 1.9 and above, a total of 128 strongholds can generate in a world. But in Minecraft 1.8.9 and earlier, only 3 strongholds can generate, all roughly 1,280 blocks away from 0. When a seed generates a stronghold, there are certain factors that can influence where and how it generates. For example, the game tries not to generate strongholds in biomes like deep oceans, as the Y level of deep ocean biomes is so low that it can lead to exposed strongholds, which the game doesn't want. So, the game can move the stronghold from the position it was meant to generate if that location is invalid by about 112 blocks. But if there is no other valid location within that 112 block radius, then the stronghold will generate in that invalid location regardless. So, if you find a deep ocean biome big enough, the stronghold will be forced to generate there. Another structure which can generate in deep ocean biomes are ocean monuments, and ocean monuments have the ability to override a stronghold's end portal generation, preventing it from being lit or functional. Back in 2021, the Minecraft at Home team discovered 5 seeds where all 3 strongholds of a Minecraft world were overwritten by an ocean monument in various ways, effectively making the seed inaccessible and thus making Minecraft unbeatable. I made a video about that here if you are curious. Now, these aren't the only known unbeatable Minecraft seeds. In fact, there exists an unbeatable seed in modern versions of the game as well. If you use this seed in Minecraft 1.16, you will spawn in an underground lava pit and immediately die. If you hit respawn, you will respawn in the lava pit and once again, immediately die, and this cycle repeats over and over and over and over. You cannot escape before you die, effectively making this seed unbeatable, as you cannot even play it. Well, unless you use a bug in an obscure snapshot of Minecraft that allowed you to crawl into this space, which you shouldn't be able to, but that doesn't count. Discovered by Cortex and Moin Cow Milk, the reason this happens is because the locations surrounding the origin are all invalid. There is no grass, forcing the game to spawn the player underground here instead. Now, spawning in a world where you can't go to the end or you die over and over would suck, but what about if you had a seed that made you feel like the luckiest player ever, only to make you feel like the unluckiest a second later? Earlier in this video, I mentioned that there are exceedingly rare seeds where an end portal can generate with all 12 eyes already lit. If we boot up Minecraft 1.9.4 and use this seed here, and head to the stronghold at these coordinates, you find yourself with a 12-eye end portal. Astonishing luck, right? Well, unfortunately not, as this is a 12-eye end portal that cannot be activated. But why? Well, updating this world to newer versions of the game and enabling chunk borders will display exactly why. It's because 3 of these eyes are located in a different chunk, and all 12 eyes need to be in the same chunk for it to generate as a lit portal. What has happened here is Minecraft is technically recognizing this as 2 different end portals, one with 9 eyes filled and another with 3 eyes filled, which by chance generated right next to each other and merged perfectly. This occurs due to the way strongholds generate, where the portal is generated multiple times if it's in multiple chunks. So this portal here was generated twice, once with 9 eyes and once with 3 eyes. Considering the already high rarity of 12-eye portals, finding a 12-eye seed where the portal isn't in the same chunk but also perfectly lines up to be a 12-eye portal is quite an astonishing feat. Alright, let's move away from end related seeds now, and just kidding, there's still another one-of-a-kind Minecraft seed related to the end that I just have to show you, and it might actually be the rarest seed in the entire video. As demonstrated by mooing cow milk here, if you use this Minecraft seed on 1.16 and head to these coordinates, you will probably find yourself looking at one of the most bizarre things in all of Minecraft. Let's unpack what is going on here. So first of all, a stronghold and an ocean monument have generated over the top of one another here, but more specifically, the Elder Guardian has spawned inside the stronghold's portal room. The chances of an Elder Guardian generating over the top of an end portal frame is 1 in 43.1 million, so already an insanely rare seed. But there's even more to analyze here. As you can see, there is a glitched lit end portal here as well. If we turn on chunk borders, you can see that the reason this portal is lit is similar to the seed we just talked about. This chunk here of the portal is internally recognized by the game as a 12-eye portal, despite the rest of the portal not generating as a 12-eye. When I say this is a one-of-a-kind Minecraft seed, I'm not kidding. All the currently known lit end portal seeds in 1.16 were scanned, and this was the only one in existence where a guardian spawns over the top that can enter the end by itself. This is actually a one-of-a-kind Minecraft seed. The probability of a random player generating it by chance is 1 in 337 quadrillion, and there is no other like it that can be found. Now, another lesser known game mechanic is that of passive mob spawning. When you generate a new world, the seed actually determines how many passive mobs will spawn in certain chunks and locations. If we use this seed here in Minecraft 1.16, which spawns us on a mushroom island, and walk about 30 seconds west, you will find a Minecraft chunk which has spawned 74 mushroom cows. As explained by the seed finder, such a seed is so rare to find, not only because you need to find a chunk seed that spawns so many mobs, but also because it needs to be in an already mushroom biome with suitable surrounding terrain. Mushrooms are the most optimal choice for finding the most passive mob spawns in a single chunk, as they spawn in some of the biggest herds in the game, which is why a mushroom island is required. Furthermore, they are the only passive mob which can spawn in such a biome, obviously. Okay, let's move on to some seeds with oddities you won't ever see playing Minecraft normally. The first of which is this seed discovered by Andrew for 1.16.1, where if you teleport to these coordinates, you'll notice a witch in a rather peculiar predicament. That's right, this witch hut, generating right in the lava pit of a ravine which slices through a swamp biome, is the current record holder for the lowest Y level or deepest witch hut in all of Minecraft. Extending down from Y level 16 all the way to Y level 5, you have to turn off fire tick to make sure it doesn't burn right away. Mansions are pretty rare in Minecraft, but using this seed, not only will you spawn in rather awesome looking terrain, but you'll also find yourself surrounded by 4 mansions, likely the most in such a close vicinity currently known. About a year ago, a unique phenomena was discovered in Minecraft versions 1.19.2 and earlier, where large sinkholes could generate, as we'll get into in just a second. A side effect of this is that it led to potentially the deepest village generation currently known, with this seed here containing a village in a sinkhole as deep as Y level -55. However, sinkholes stopped generating in 1.19.3 and later versions, but fortunately another seed was discovered for modern versions of the game, where you immediately spawn at the bottom of a huge cave, where a desert village has generated at Y level -55 as well. The generation here is pretty astonishing, as not only is the cave system absolutely gigantic, but you go from a normal desert biome straight down to virtually bedrock level, completely unobstructed. Look at the way this desert village has generated by cascading down into the cave as well. Amazing. But back to sinkholes now. They are a unique phenomena which occurs due to the game's weirdness values being at unusual extremes, and weirdness controls the noise of terrain, strongly influencing the height and depth of land. In very rare scenarios, it can lead to a huge decrease in the depth of terrain, generating sinkholes like so. These were technically fixed in 1.19.3, and a lot of sinkhole seeds have been found since their discovery, as I covered in my video about them here. But one seed I want to show you, which technically isn't a seed, but rather a special world generated by Cracked Magnet, one of the discoverers of these sinkhole seeds, is this one here where the weirdness noise value has been modified to its extreme. That means what you're looking at right here is the theoretical limit for sinkhole seeds if the stars aligned, and such a seed could be out there waiting to be discovered. Pretty cool. But back to actual seeds now. The weirdness value also influences some other mechanics in world generation, such as the height and midpoint of in-game structures, and in extreme cases can lead to them ignoring biome checks. Basically, if the weirdness value is extreme enough, structures can generate in the wrong biomes, as well as overlapping one another and in completely unusual states, just as they have here in this one-of-a-kind bedrock seed. Also discovered by Cracked Magnet, this seed here is truly a sight to behold, an ocean monument not in an ocean, with a woodland mansion stacked on top of it, not in a dark oak forest either, a pillager outpost that ascends above the clouds, 2 floating aquifers, and even a buried treasure. Let's not forget the stronghold suspended right in this body of water here. A fever dream type seed, if I do say so myself. Alright, let's load up this seed here, and things seem normal. We spawn on the beach of a jungle. But hold up a second, is that a mushroom island in the distance? Yes it is, a seemingly endless mushroom island. That's right, this seed here discovered by Giroux contains the largest currently known mushroom island at 5.41 million blocks. Looking at this seed in a biomes viewer really illustrates how insanely big the mushroom island is. At this point, I think it's more accurate to call it a mushroom continent. It takes about 2.5 minutes to fly with an elytra from this point here at the bottom to the top of the mushroom island, by the way. Insane stuff. If we use this seed here in Minecraft 1.16 and teleport to these coordinates, you will encounter a Minecraft anomaly, a single chest surrounded by 5 pig spawners. That's right, 5 functional pig spawners. This right here in the middle is a buried chest and the answer to what's going on here. The way buried treasure generates are by checking the blocks the buried treasure replaced and ensuring the chest is buried by surrounding it with the same type of block it replaced on each side besides the bottom. As you might be aware, in mesa biomes, cave spider spawners can generate pretty close to the surface due to the abundance of abandoned mine shafts. So basically what's happened in this exceedingly uncommon seed is that a buried treasure has spawned in a mesa biome right at the location a cave spider spawner would have been. As such, the game has replaced all the blocks surrounding the buried treasure with a spawner as it's meant to do, but its block ID data is not saved, and as such it defaults back to a pig spawner, the default Minecraft spawner. Also, the chest is super bugged, by the way. And finally today we have another extremely unique and one-of-a-kind Minecraft seed. On Minecraft 1.7.10, using this seed, you'll notice you spawn quite far from 0, in a village. However, what you don't know is that right below your very feet is a stronghold in the same chunk you spawn in. And since we are on 1.7.10 and in a village, we can gather some basic resources, trap some villagers, trap some sheep, do some mining, get some good gear, breed up the villagers, breed up the sheep, shear the sheep for wool, trade the wool for emeralds, trade the emeralds for Eyes of Ender, a trade which you can only do in 1.7.10 and earlier versions, by the way, get enough Eyes of Ender, head to the end, and kill the dragon, all in the same chunk. That's right, this is a special Minecraft seed where you can beat the game all in the same Minecraft chunk you first spawn in, a seed which took almost 2 months straight worth of searching by the Minecraft At Home team to find with all the right conditions. If you want to support my channel to continue making videos consistently, please consider subscribing to my Patreon. You can get access to special censored videos of mine, my Minecraft worlds and plugins from past video experiments, models from past videos, and access to 49 of my videos from 2014 which I've had private since. And your name could be featured right here at the end of every one of my videos as well. Be sure to subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching.